Cold calling is an amazing thing to do if you love being in pain. If you love people screaming at you and you love going out here and sitting on a bed of nails. That's what cold calling feels like when you call hours and hours and hours and hours and just get screamed at by people on the phone. Now, as somebody that absolutely loves cold calling, I will tell you this, okay? Takes a very special person to go out here and cold call 5, 6, 7 hours a day. Now, there is a way better strategy. And I would kind of go on a limb here and tell you that most people are absolutely wasting their time cold calling. And be like, what in the world are you talking about? Zach is telling me that I'm wasting my time cold calling. What? Hey, I'm wasting my time cold calling. Yes, for most people out here in the United States of America, you're absolutely wasting your time cold calling motivated sellers. The reason why you're wasting your time cold calling motivated sellers is there's just better strategies out there. There's strategies that just give you way more money, way more success, and for you to actually really start enjoying your life a lot better. So what we're going to be doing today is showing you exactly how to start cold calling the right way so you have way more success and you start making a ton more money in your wholesaling business. And so if you're ready to go out here and start having success cold calling, never, we're going to start breaking it down right now. So what I really want to explain to people right now is cold calling is by far, okay, I'll just be straight up with you, one of the best ways if you have no money to start getting wholesaling deals. Now, I will tell you this. Most people, when they get into cold calling, right, what they tend to do, all right, and then what these people tend to do is this, okay, this is kind of generally, all right, where we're kind of seeing people do cold calling. So what I generally see here is somebody works 40 hours a week, right? They work 9 to 5, okay? They work 9 to 5. And what they do is they say, okay, well, I have two options, right? I can pay a VA or I can do it myself. Then they do this. A VA costs $6 an hour. How much is that a week? That is 40 hours a week. That's $240. Times that by 4, right? So that's going to be $960 a month. That's ridiculous.
It's a lot.
That's almost my mortgage. Okay, that's ridiculous. I would never do that. I'm going to cold call myself. So what they do is they say, I'm going to cold call from 5 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. So they're going to do about 15 hours, and then they're going to call about 5 hours on the weekends, maybe. Okay. And they're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to just call 20 hours. All right. And then I'm going to spend $150 for my triple line dialer. Right. And yes, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're in the United States of America and that is your life, you are absolutely looking at things the wrong way. You are going out here, okay, and just really living a life of pain, okay, like straight up misery out here. Because what you could be doing instead is there's a lot better options. So, for example, that 20 hours that you're going to spend sitting down in a cold, dark room cold calling, you could have been working. Let's say the average American makes $20 an hour, right? So let's say after 40 hours, they get this thing called overtime, which is time and a half, OT. That means they'd be making about, what is that, $30 an hour? So if you spent 20 hours, okay, at $30 an hour, you'd be getting $600 a week times 4 is $2,400. Now, let's say right now you pay the VA to do the work. You're roughly going to be in here. See what's going on. All right, let's see, you're going here. We're at 2,400 minus 960. You're at 14. You would be, this is how crazy it is. If you paid a VA to do all your calling for you, you would have an extra, a bonus, $1,400. Let's multiply that by 12. That would legitimately be an extra $17,000 a year. So there's something in America, or I mean the world, it's called an opportunity cost. So you deciding you're going to be the tough man to cold call by yourself, all right, you're losing out on 17 grand every single year, which I don't know if that's good or not, but I actually think that's pretty dang good, right? And like I think it's a decent amount of money, right? And so I'm telling people, you're kind of looking at everything absolutely the wrong way. Now I'm be like, so Zach, you're telling me I have to work 20 extra hours on my job? I'm actually not even saying, I'm just giving you I'm just showing you roughly what opportunity costs are in wholesaling without even watching this video. That's the crazy part. I haven't even got into the right methods to be doing. But I'm telling everybody watching this is where you're at right now. So what is something even better to be doing? And we're going to help people, who have no budget either today. But like, that's roughly where we're at. Let me tell you something even. What if I told you there was the secret wholesaling method? Okay. Let's just take this out. Okay. If you went out here and let's say you cold called 40 hours a week. Okay. 40 hours a week on a triple line dialer, you would be spending around roughly 150 on the dialer, right? You could probably produce around 25 leads a month. Multiply that by 4. You're spending 160 hours a month, okay, to go out here and get 25 leads, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you may be like, oh my God, I only spent $150 to get 25 leads. Technically, but you're also throwing your time in there.
Yep.
One thing I'm going to tell you, and this will kind of change your perspective on a lot of things here, is what could you have done with that $160 an hour? If you make, let's say 20, make 20, I think we already showed the math on this. Let me do this one more time. That's about $3,200, right? So if you decided you were going to go cold call 40 hours a week, I think most people are wasting their time. You could literally work at the local Chick-fil-A, the Best Buy, Applebee's, I don't even know, Chili's, be a Chili's waitress, I don't know. You make $3,200. This is how much you're giving up to cold call by yourself, which is crazy to me, right?
It's a lot of money.
Now, 160 hours is that's a lot of time. And I used to be that guy because I was an idiot. I was pretty dang dumb. Okay. Just being straight up. Okay. Just being straight up with you right now. Okay. So what I'm telling you can do is there's this other secret method. Shh, it's between you and me. Shh, it's a secret. Don't tell anyone about this method. What if, and let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. What if there is this super secret method that it costs roughly $870 a month? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's insane. Okay. $870 a month. It's 4 hours a month of work. 4 hours.
Got it.
4 hours a month. That's all it is. And it will produce you about 25 leads. You might be like, what? Are you serious right now? Yeah, there's a secret method. $870 a month, 4 hours a month of work, 25 leads. Now I might be like, oh, what is that? I need to know what that is. That's insane. But guess what? What if I told you that I'm not telling you to do VA calling. I'm not telling you to do any of this stuff. I'm just legit just showing you a magic method. I'm calling it the mystery method. Does anybody know in the comments, since we're live, what type of method is this? Let's call it the mystery method. What type of marketing strategy can you do this? No VAs at all, right?
Yep.
No training. I don't need to go on a 3-hour training on this, right? No, like you have to get the scripts and the systems and all this hoopla done. Like you just plug and play. Anybody know what this is? PPL? It's a good guess. Is it PPL? How much? Let's look at the leads. So if I did 800, and by the way, okay, 870 divided by 25 leads. So, and let me know in the comments. Sorry, I guess I didn't write this the correct way. Everyone thinks I'm talking about Coupon Club. No. I'm talking about 25 exclusive leads in your market. Not nationwide, but in your market. PPO, yeah, you can get a Coupon Club lead, but someone bought that lead 4, 5, 6 times. Okay. Direct mail. Can you produce 25 leads on direct mail with $870?
No,
that ain't gonna happen.
It won't even scrape it.
That won't even scrape it, right? So here's the thing. I think PPL is awesome, But to get 25 exclusive leads, you're roughly looking at what's 200? No, it's 100. You're roughly looking at, let's do 25 times 200. You're looking at $5,000. If you want 25 exclusive leads on PPL, you're going to be spending $5,000. So no, that's not what this mystery method is. And by the way, PPL is great. Shut the high speed of lead. They're awesome. But no, that's not what this this little crazy system is. Are you ready for this? Now, you know why I don't want to say it? Because once I say it, everyone does this. Everyone does this. Okay, next. Okay, I heard you say it, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Give me another one. Why? This sounds confusing. I don't know. Everyone's saying it's the M2M method. It kind of is something to do M2M, but again, I'm just going to give it to everyone here. Okay? Ready for this? Ready for my secret? You do this on your own. Ready for the secret? And M2M is more about the one-on-one accountability and the KPI tracking and like us actually like working with everyone on there. But okay, what this is doing AI SMS. It is absolutely insanity how much people don't even understand AI SMS. You literally go out here. You click a button to schedule all your text out for the month. You pull list. You send the text out. The AI will text the sellers. Then if the AI thinks this person wants to sell, they throw it in your CRM. I don't know how much easier I can make this. There's no VAs. There's no training them. Guys, VAs for SMS is completely dead. AI has completely changed the game on it. Like, guys, what are we talking about here? It's crazy. I mean, Zach, what software does this? Oh, I don't know. X Leads. Oh, I mentioned X Leads. Maybe the other software companies are going to throw their bots at me now. Hopefully that don't happen. But yeah, you do the X Leads. There's not any wholesaling software that really does that at 97. Yeah, they don't. But basically, I'm just telling you that AI SMS. This is method number one, by the way. There's multiple methods, but like this is one method. Now, can you make a video on this? If you go to, I'm going to put it on the bottom for a second. If you go to xleads.com, you go to the help center. We have a whole type SMS AI system, by the way, but I'm getting in that right now. But basically, you could go out here and use X Leads and have AI SMS. This is one of the simplest hacks everyone can do. Now, everyone's like, well, what's the cost of SMS on X Leads? Ready for this? Ready for this? You know how many texts we can send out? You can send 87,000 texts a month because X Leads is 1 penny per text. I looked at the other cheapest texting softwares. They're like 3 cents per text. X Leads does it for 1 penny. Yes, that's completely, it's in the basic plan. Legit, just get the basic plan on X Leads and you can do this. It's insane. It's insanity to me. Like, it's crazy no one's doing this. But like,
yeah. Luke, it's not a secret. It's in your X Leads account.
No. He says that if someone claims that it's a secret.
No, I agree. He's trying to claim that's what you're doing.
He's saying it. Oh yeah. No, I was saying it's a secret because if I reveal it, then everyone just rolls their eyes. I don't want to do that. I want to do the next thing. No. Guys, I'm telling everyone, xleads.com, AI SMS, that is one of the best things you can do. But honestly, like let's look at the whole, and let me just tell you how AI SMS works really quick. Okay. Again, you pull a list. Conveniently, it's all inside of X Leads. You get 25,000 a month included. You probably might get another one, but like also it's free. You pull a list, you queue them. Okay, so you put them in. Basically, you schedule out the test. It clicks one button. Actually, all you do is just tag it. Never mind. Why am I being so dumb? You just tag the property AI SMS. Then the AI will text. And then the AI has 2 choices. It's going to determine. It's going to say no lead, or it's going to say it's a lead. And if AI thinks it's a lead, it's just going to go in your CRM. And it's going to give you a notification. Say, hey, there's a new lead in your CRM from the AI. Pretty simple. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's incredible. It's incredible. Okay. Like, people don't really understand that. Like, when I got started in wholesaling, I had to do all the SMS myself. I had to pay VAs. It was insanity. But now we just have this technology where you can just go click a button, pull list, which is free for X Leads, and go right here and do it, right? So again, if you want to do it, this is method number 1, by the way, but like it's literally xleads.com. Now, how much work do you have to do at $20 an hour to pay $870 divided by 20? That's going to be roughly, let's do the math, 43. So divided by 4, it's be about 11 hours a week. Now, now I'm just going to be honest with everybody. Would you rather, this is just a thought experiment, okay? Would you rather work your stupid job for 11 extra hours, no, time and a half, so 6 hours? Would you rather work an extra 6 hours at your job, or would you rather cold call for 160 hours? No, 40 hours. Would you rather call for 40 hours or work your job for 6 hours? That's my question.
Yeah, it's simple.
And I'll let you know this. Cold calling is not fun. So I promise you, at your job, you can probably take a little 30-minute potty break, throw on Facebook in the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get paid on company time when you're cold calling. And it is not fun. And so I'm just telling you, okay, it's absolutely insanity. So just saying, you can do it. And by the way, if you don't want to do the AI, you can kind of do a little more, if you can do a little more, like it's crazy. Okay. So I'm telling everybody, so this is method 1. If you hate cold calling, you don't want to waste your time. This is by far the best way to save your times. Okay. Best way to save all your time going out here in wholesaling. Now, what have I told you? There was another secret method. It's not really a secret. I'm going to tell you what it is. Okay. There's no secrets around here. But there's another secret method where you could go out here, spend $870. Okay. $870. Can't draw today. $870. That's how much you spent. It will take you about 4 hours a month. Okay. And it will produce on average 25 to 50 leads in the month. That's double better.
Much better.
I mean, that's even more incredible, right? And by the way, what if I told you this was the same list that you pulled on the SMS, the same SMS list, but you spent the same amount of money on the same SMS list, you worked the same amount of time, but you were able to produce double the leads? Oh, dude, I'm in, right? Most people are like, oh my gosh, what is this mystery? What is this mystery list right here? Oh my gosh, what is this mystery list? Wow. My gosh, what do you do? What is the secret? It's crazy, right? Like, what do you do? And I'm just telling you right now, what is the secret method? Let me know in the comments. What do you think this mystery method is? See, Donald's like, you're capping now. There's no way that's even possible. That's not even see, Donald doesn't even think this is a possible thing. Is it email blasting? That could be a good question, but you have to reply back to all the emails, don't you? That's more than 4 hours. Interesting. It's not emailing. Okay. Kind of crazy. Let's try to figure this out. What is the secret method? And again, there's no secrets here. Andrew says blackmailing. That's a good one.
That's funny.
I mean, that's a good one. But what's the secret? See, no one can even think about what it is. Reverse drawing for dollars. Do you really think it's going to 4 hours a month on reverse drawing for dollars? Really?
Yeah, not even close.
Now, how do you get 50 hours? Voice AI. By the way, I would love voice AI to be a real legal thing, but that's very illegal with FCC laws. It's very cut and dry. That's federal law, the entire United States. Is this like and by the way, this is not a secret AI thing, by the way. Anybody want to know what it is? Anybody? See, nobody even knows. Like, nobody can even fathom what this is, okay? What could it be? Calling real estate agents? Oh boy, you think I'm spending 40 hours? That's actually not a bad idea. See, no one's even guessed what it is. This is how I know how brainwashed we are just to call all day, call, voicemail drop. Richard, I think that's a great idea, Richard. Except we have a lot of people, okay, that are going out here and doing their little voicemail drops and getting sued. Like, there's case law in Florida where I live in my federal district of people losing how much? From RVM. Explain RVMs to people.
So it's just ringless voicemail. It's actually creative strategy that rings and accesses somebody's phone, but it doesn't ring, but it leaves a voicemail. And it basically cues you off your curiosity. And the curiosity, most people call back. It's like a 90% callback ratio. So great marketing strategy, but it's been deemed illegal in a lot of states. I'm not going to go through all, but my state in Florida, I believe it's up to $25,000 per violation, and you will get knocked. And it's black and white. If you left that and it's like an automated system, you're toast. So it's not every state. There's maybe a few, but it's not going to be long till they're all gone. And it's the juice isn't worth the squeeze. It's the bottom line.
Okay. So yeah, that's true. Okay, we got a good comment right here. Okay. Let's try to understand this. PPL. Any way you get 50 leads for $870, $11 a lead on PPL? Anybody? No, probably not. No. I wish. Trust me. Hey, Gene, go make this happen, right?
Yeah, please.
But like that ain't gonna happen either. Cold emailing. We have not made that financially work yet. Still working on it. Okay. Now, Freedom Quest says VA cold callers. Okay, actually might be the answer. Let's do the math. How much are VA cold callers? Let's do the math. You want to do the math on VA cold callers? Okay. So I said it was about 4 hours a month, right? Now, does going out here and going to onlinejobs.ph, and then going out here and hiring your VA, then you're going to spend, let's call it 5 hours a week training them, right? Then you need to go out here and monitor their KPIs, right? Then you need to go and set up their dialer, right? Then you have to go up here and listen in on their calls. Then you need to go out here and make a system where they can transfer it into your CRM. Then you need to go out here, all right? And you got to go out here and fire them if they're not good. Then you have to rehire someone that doesn't work out, right? That's bad. Yeah. Then you need to go out here and then you got to pay them. Now, remember, there's also a 5%, what is it? It's like a 5% like what is it? Like it's basically the whole entire just currency, right? It's a currency exchange of 5%, right? Filipino pesos, right? You got to do that. You got to set the payroll system. Then you got to go out here and you got to make sure that their whole dialer is all set up, right? You got to get them on the dialer, get a seat on the dialer, do it. Does this look like it's 1 hour a week?
Plus you got to pay for service like online job. We talked about the transfer. And then if you use like Upwork or Fiverr, they pocket as much as 15% of whatever you pay them. And they will hound you to make sure you never go off their platform. And they will threaten, I guess, their subcontractor workers. And guys, I mean, it's, God knows I've been through this. Zach's been through it. This was how we had to do it back in the day.
That sucks.
And I tell people, like, you have no idea what you're getting into. And people go into it to think they're going to save money. And not only does it cost you more money, you just lose so much of your time and energy. And I'm telling you guys, this way, I've seen it done 1,000 times. There's an occasional one that works out, but extremely, extremely rare. In fact, I venture anybody who's done this on the live stream or anybody I've ever worked with really in the last, 10 years of the advent of cold calling, not that cold calling is new. It's a little bit newer to wholesaling. It's just fail after fail. Like, just take the history lesson here, pretend you're in American history and we're the cold calling chapter, trying to do all this to hire your own people and do everything exactly on the board. I've been through it. It is torture. And a lot of you, the reality is you're not going to manage them and you're not going to train them. And the 5 hours, I'd say 10. That's what it takes, especially in the first 30 days. And most of you don't have the time and it just sucks. So I'm just telling you, I would avoid this strategy at all costs. Like, it's proven to be a failure. It's been a failure for me. And most of the time, people like me when I was younger, I put 10, 15,000 and I still didn't get anywhere. And that was a lot of money back in the day.
There we go. So anybody in here that's ever trained a VA, can anybody tell me in the comments who trains VAs for their own cold calling? How many hours do you spend a month or a week training them, getting them set up, rehiring them, all these things? Like, it is As somebody that has a lot of VAs, okay.
You're leaving out the biggest caveat on them.
What?
You don't know their skill sets.
You don't know their skill sets.
You don't know if they're actually going to do what you say. And the reality is, even a good cold caller from scratch is going to take you 3 months to even get them in a profitable situation.
Yeah.
And most of you go in, okay, I'm going to throw $1,000 in. If I don't get a result by the end of the month, I'm out.
Yeah.
You're better off taking that $1,000 and just throwing it in the ocean or the lake. You're going to get more enjoyment out of it, and you might even get a bill back or two. It's not a one and done. When you do these processes, you got to commit to at least 6 months to a year to truly get the benefit of it. And think about hundreds of thousands of wholesalers have done this. Just don't be a statistic. I have fought this forever, guys. I'm telling you, it's literally torture doing it this way.
Oh, it's torture. I'll tell you this right now. It is not fun to do. Okay. And if you're going out here and doing all this time, I'm telling you right now, it's not fun. And so again, people are saying it's taking forever. So again, obviously you can do it. So guess what happens? Okay. All right. Guess what happens? Then you go out here and say, okay, well, you know what? I just saw an ad today for this call center. This call center told me that they'll do it all for me. This call center. All I have to do is pay $6 per hour, plus I have to pay like the dialer fee, which is like $150 a month, right? That's great, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means it'll cost me $6 an hour times 40, right? That's $240 times 4, right?
Yeah.
So you're at basically $960 plus your $150. What is that roughly? That's going to be around 1,114. No, wait, hold on. Zach's math is killing him right now. Let's just do 6 times 140 times 4 is 160. What? Yeah, 1110. You're the genius around here. 1110 a month.
Just basic math.
1110 a month. That's not bad. But that's not 870. On top of that too, these are Filipino. We love our Filipinos, but we know that they're probably getting them for way cheaper, and they probably have a bad accent. Right?
Yeah.
So I have to get a Filipino with an accent and spend that much. Now, they also have probably a little upsell. Well, if you want a premium one, you can get for $750, and we'll give you someone from Egypt, or we'll give you someone from Mexico with very low accents. Then from there, you're going to spend what? $750. Let's do the math here. 750 times 160 plus 150. Okay. Then if you really want the good system, you're in like 13. That's almost double the 870. So no, I'm not telling you go hire a call center. You guys already know all these like call centers. It's like, Jesus, that's not fun either. Oh my gosh. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. And honestly, what's the next one? Right. And I hear this one all the time. Okay. I get this one all the time. Well, there's this company out here that has like this 15 line dialer. Okay. It's like a 15 line dialer. Okay. And if I use that one, I'll be way more efficient. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Let me actually figure out how much is a
15, boy.
Max was telling me he has this. Let me call him. Let me actually see. I'm going to figure this out. Which is a 15 line dialer? He has like the big expensive package.
It's usually about $50 a line on average.
Hey, what's up?
Hey Max, you're on my live. That 15 line dialer that you have, how much does that cost per month?
Enzo is, I think it's 185, but they're about to jump to 235.
235. And that's 15 lines?
It's 14.
14 lines. And how much does that cost per what about with the numbers? How many numbers you got to buy and how much are the numbers?
Fully included.
Okay, so 235 a month. That's not bad actually. Okay, cool. Just curious. All right, I'm gonna keep you on my live. You got a live today, right?
Cool. I'm literally, I should be live now, but I just answered your call.
Oh, dang. Uh-oh.
What's up, Max?
Oh my God. Should we go live together?
a dueling live.
We'll do a dueling live. All right, dude.
Well,
All right.
Tell everyone to go watch my live stream. Don't watch Zach's.
There we go. Exactly. All right. Good luck, man. I appreciate it.
See you.
All right. See you.
All right. So Max has a 14 line dialer and it's going to jump up to 235, which isn't bad. All right, let's call it a 14 line. So I think it's using Enzo dialer. I think the Enzo dialer guys have probably reached out to me like 17 times.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, Zach, you have a triple line dialer on X Leads. You could sell this one separate. I'm like, actually, I'm honestly like, I'm not mad about it. I'm like, hey, maybe, right? I need to talk to them, but I don't really use what their thing is, right? So it's roughly about 235, which isn't a bad idea, but here's the problem. Then you got to call still 20, 30 hours, a week, right?
Yeah.
So again, that system's kind of insane too. So that's good for, I would say if you want to cold call, this might be a good option. I'm seeing amazing results on 14 line dialers. So again, what's the mystery one? How about this? How about I make my own call center? Okay. I make my own call center. We're going to call it the M2M call center. Okay. I will go out here and hire VAs from Egypt, from Mexico. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have them cold call 40 hours a week, 40 hours every single week. They'll produce 25 to 50 leads a month. And it will cost around $870 for all in. So that roughly comes down to, let's do the math here. So again, $870 minus the dialer fee come to $4.50 an hour. So this is called the M2M call center. Okay. So we have a mini call center going on pretty much where we hire Egyptian Mexican VAs. We train them. We make them call for you. We also put them on a 14 line dialer. I didn't even know Enzo had one. This is not Enzo dialer, by the way. And again, I might change to Enzo. Who knows? But the reason you can produce these many leads is because you're feeding a stupid amount of leads into this dialer, more than average. It is a lot of leads, like a ton of leads into the dialer. It's producing 25 to 50 leads a month at $4.50 an hour. And it costs about an hour a week just to maintain everything roughly. This is what we currently have, which is absolutely insanity. I'm not telling you this is what you have to do, but I'm just telling you this is what we currently are telling. That's probably going to be the best bet for most people. Now, again, you might be like, Zach, how in the world are you able to do this? Well, I may all do this to give to you at cost. So if anyone wanted to run a competing call center with me, how much would it cost them? They would spend $4 an hour to hire these VAs,
Mm-hmm.
and they would spend about 50 cents just to train them because you have to have managers for the managers and have that all. So they would charge you about $6 to $7. The average call center charges you $6 to $7 for these type of VAs with this type of system. Now, it might be like, Zach, well, why are you giving it to people at cost? You literally lose money doing this. Well, the whole point is, I don't know if you were on my 27-hour live stream. I don't know if anyone is on that thing.
I was.
But basically, I basically give VAs for free if you join our community, M2M. M2M. That's the whole point. If you join our school group, M2M, which basically what it is if you have $500 a month in marketing, we will go coach you. We'll have our whole team coach you one-on-one. Me and you do the group coaching sessions, and we answer all the messages, not the messages, but the post in there. And we can guarantee your first deal in 90 days, and we'll let you do it. Now, again, we're not publicly giving this whole system out because first and foremost, if you're going to use the system, you're going to be at $500 a month in marketing, right? Instantly, because it's $870.
Exactly.
So you just put a deposit down in M2M, and literally all you got to do is go out here, and our whole team's going to look at your KPIs. They're going to coach you. They're going to look at all the lists. They're coaching you before you throw this in the system so we can guarantee a result with this thing. And it's pretty dang cool. So you go to joinm2m.com, you're going to be able to get it right there.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
insanity.
And it's been developed out of our frustrations, your guys' frustrations. Just please don't go out and try to do this on your own. It is.
No, see, here's the thing. You cannot do this if you try to do this on your own. This is why we made the call center. If you try to do this all on your own, it is a complete mess because all you should be doing is focus on closing leads and going here and displaying your deals. Now, join M2M. I'm telling you, this is the best one to do. Now, you might be saying, well, Zach, I have no money. I have zero cash, bro. But I have zero cash, and this is the funniest one. Okay. Yeah. I have no cash, and I hate cold calling. What are my options? Well, okay. So we need to first talk about this. Okay. First and foremost, we need to have a little conversation here. All right. So we're getting some comments which are actually hilarious. This guy says you should call, and then he says you shouldn't call. What is wrong with this guy? Zach, you're all over the board. Okay, Abbas. If you took the S out of your name, you'd be Abba, which is a sick name, by the way. That's a cool name for a kid.
Cool.
But Abbas. Okay, Abbas. Let's try to paint the picture here. Okay? Here's the picture I'm trying to paint to you. If you, let's do a little matrix chart, okay? We're gonna do a little workflow. All right. Number one, are you broke? We're gonna do a yes, and we're gonna do a no. All right.
Yep.
If you are broke, yes. And we're gonna ask, how many hours per week can you put into this business? Can you put at least 10 hours or more? Or you can't, then honestly, if you can't put 10 hours and you're broke, you just go back to staying broke, unfortunately.
It's truth.
And if you have 10 hours or more, then you go out here and you cold call. Okay? This is roughly the broke, this is the broke flow chart for wholesaling real estate. If you are broke and you can dedicate at least 10 hours or more into this business, go out here and cold call, my friend, right? If so, you might, Zach, he says to cold call, not cold call. I'm so confused. Okay, if you are broke, go through this flow chart.
Iris, listen, everybody has a different situation. So do you want me just to cater to people with 10 grand? Because I can do that. I can make it super easy. That's super easy. But like, you've got to understand your place and your dedication. But like putting up comments like that.
Well, let's keep talking about this.
Like either you want to solve problems or you want to complain about them. And I'm not picking on you, but like, listen, how deep have you gone through freewholesaling.com? Because I can tell you haven't got even past the first section because it clearly lays out a plan to it. But I get it. It's easy to get on a live stream and just complain. I'm not picking on you. I actually appreciate your comment because you're not the only person in the crowd.
So I'll write it like this. I'll make it even easier. Okay. Here's the thing. What I'm trying to show you is you might be like, Zach, I am broke. See, here's the problem. Most people are like this. I am broke. What do you mean you're broke? I work 40 hours a week. And I have no money. What I'm trying to tell you is if you can work 20 hours a week at the local Chick-fil-A and then you can make an extra $400 a week. Okay. Then you can go out here and hire a VA to call for you. So I say this, and this is for Abbas here. I would say if you are broke, but you have an extra 20 hours to work an extra job, use that extra job money towards a VA to call in a system. That is going to be infinitely and what I'm trying to let you know is it will be infinitely easier to get a deal than just cold calling 40 hours a week with no money at all. Because when you have no money, you go to trivial search. You have to go out here and call in the Google Voice. It is a complete nightmare. But you're saying, should I call? Should I not call? Guys, if you are absolutely broke, you have no cash, and you have no time, you have at least 10 hours though, you cold call. I've always been telling you to cold call. But if you are somebody who has time and you have a little bit of money put in, or you can work some overtime, you put that money into things to leverage your time out. Because this is let me just, have you ever seen The Nightmare Before, not Nightmare, The Night Before Christmas?
Yeah.
Let me show you how your life's going to be. So let's say you don't want to do this. You know, Zach, I'm a grinder. I'm not going to spend any money. Okay, cool. So I'm assuming if you're broke, you work 40 hours. You work 40 hours a week, right?
Yeah.
Then you're going to go out here and cold call 40 extra hours a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means from 9 a.m. to around, I'll call it 9 to 5, right? This is your work, right?
Yep.
Then that means I'm just telling you, from 5 p.m.
Let him get dinner.
to 10 p.m., you have to work. cold call, door knock. I don't know what you got to do. You got 5 hours.
Yep.
That's 25 hours. Then you need to work 7 hours on Saturday and Sunday to drive for dollars, reverse drive for dollars.
Got it.
This is your schedule for your entire life. You wake up, you go to bed, you work. Then on your weekends when you're off, you work all day. This is what your life is when you are broke, but you don't want to spend any money. That's fine. Most people go ahead here and do it. I will let you know though, okay? I will let you know that you are not, it's very hard to do this for a very long portion of time. Probably have to throw a little more time in that too. And on top of that too, I want you to understand that it's actually not 40 hours a week. Ready for this? You have to probably put an extra 20 hours to skip trace manually. So it's really 100 hours. So you're actually going to stay up from 10 p.m. to probably, what's 2 hours times 7? To about 12 p.m. on True People Search skip tracing. So again, most people might be quote broke, but most people cannot hit. This is a schedule, by the way, that most people can't handle. Just being straight up with you. This was a schedule that I handled. But as Rick has told me multiple times, I'm not a normal person sometimes. So most people can't handle this for about a year straight. They can't do it.
It's
just being straight up.
But you know what? Think about it. You guys say, I will do anything to be successful in wholesaling. Really? You said anything. We're giving you the path of least resistance. You have 168 hours in a week. You got to sleep. I'm not telling you to eliminate your sleep. I will tell you this. You have to ask yourself, and this is where I always talk about accountability, talk about true self-accountability. Are you broke by your circumstances? Some people are broke and it's not completely their fault. Just the environment, obviously people outside the United States. But I will tell you this, this is going to be a hard pill to swallow. Most of you are broke by choice. Most of you actually have decent paying jobs. You just don't make it a priority to be successful in your wholesaling venture. What do I mean? Listen, if you're even making a halfway decent salary, go through your bills. How many Starbucks coffees you doing? How many energy drinks you doing? Like whatever you've got to do, make a sacrifice. And if you can give 2 years of your life, I know it sounds like a lot, 24 months, you can do it in less. You can get anything you want in life. I'm here to tell you, this is going to be a painful, painful statement. Most of you are broke by choice. And you know why I know? Because you instantly blame everybody else for it. I was broke. I stayed broke until my 30s and I made a choice. I don't want to do it anymore. And I said, I will do absolutely anything to dig my family out of this hole. Now, I had to build that muscle up for 12 years. I'm trying to skip it. So skip your Starbucks, skip your energy drink, stop going out on Friday and Saturday nights, stop doing these vacations you can't afford. The reality is you're broke and you have a credit card. I already know what your priority is. You said you would do anything to be successful in wholesaling. But like if I was in this live stream, I'm just telling you guys, if I was coming in like eager and wanting to make wholesaling work, I would try to suck every piece of information I could out of the course, out of any opportunity that would help get me ahead. And if I didn't have any money to pay for a program like M2M, I get it. Where are you on your government list? Where are you on your door knocking? Yeah, I said go knock on doors. Sorry. Where are you on your driving for dollars? How deep are you on probates? Like, where are you on this? And the first graduation is just get a robust piece of software like XLeads to buy some of your time back. Maybe you get one basic deal. Maybe you you get $2,000 or $3,000, and then you go, okay, I can breathe. I can do XLeads. And then XLeads gives you 3 months. Then you get another deal. And then all of a sudden you get 2 and 3 deals. And like, okay, now I can do a little bit more robust things. And then you come into M2M. Some of you are like, oh, that must be nice for you. You can't afford it. Do we all start somewhere? Guys, I was in your exact shoes.
And we're not pushing M2M right now. I'm telling you right now, I got started wholesaling. I put $300 into my marketing to get my first deal on Banded Signs. Just telling, like, it's not like I had some crazy thing. And by the way, I want to make this very clear. We had somebody on a live stream, on my 27-hour live stream. And again, I'm not going to mention his name, but this is where we're at in wholesaling right now. Somebody asked me a drastic what if statement. I think you're on there. He asked me, should I buy a car so I can have a car?
Yeah.
Or should I just invest in X leads, and just live in a scooter during the winter. He's basically giving me an impossible statement. He wants me to say, don't get X leads. Go get a car. He's trying to give him permission, right? Not to buy X leads. So guess what? Usually I'm just going to say, yeah, just don't get X leads.
Yeah.
But I asked him this question. I said, what car are you looking? What car are you saving up for? You ready for this?
Yeah.
He was saving up for a $35,000 Kia GT, brand new. I said, dude, you could get a Toyota Camry for 10 grand and have $20,000 left over.
You could go to a used car lot and pick it up for
so
2,000 or 3,000. Guys, listen. Either make the sacrifice or don't. But like whining about it, you're not helping yourself. You're just wasting time. And I can tell by the people's comments who wants it. Like, here's the reality, guys. People say what they want, but what they do and what they want. Like, I already tell you, everybody wants to sell their house in real estate, right? We look for people who need to sell a house. So I'm asking you as the wholesaler coming in, I don't care if you're brand new, you're struggling, you're going backwards. I had multiple times in my wholesaling career, I'm like, how bad do I want this? And once you roll your sleeves up and go, man, I'm going in, I'm not going to make an excuse. I'm not going to blame the market. I'm not going to tell Rick and Zach it's saturated. I'm not going to tell them I don't know how to open up an X leads count. A2P is so frustrating. Listen, you can't get through A2P, hang it up. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but you have to get through it. That's a minor test, a minor. And dude, I'm a technology like challenged person sometimes. You guys, you have to toughen yourself up. And I'm not going to kick you through the TV or do anything like that. I'm just telling you, man, if you say you really want it and you'll do anything, we give an option we are the only ones that give an option for someone that absolutely has no money.
By the way, I have been very clear on this for 6 years straight.
I
will always give you the info you need to succeed for free. I will never, ever stop somebody who has $0. Again, I've said this all the time. If you come to me and say, Zach, I have no money, I have nothing, I need you to get me rich in wholesaling.
Mm-hmm.
I will never, ever, 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 ever make money the reason you'll never succeed. But I will tell you this. I only require one thing from you. I require time. So here's the problem. And this is all the complainers, people who have no time and no money. I'm sorry to tell you this, and this is just the truth. If you have no money and no time, I can't help you. Because at that point, you would have to have literal magic. This is what people are asking me for me. Zach, I'm broke, but I have 1 hour a week. So you're telling me, let's just do the math. You're telling me you want to do 4 hours of work with no money, right? $0. And you want to turn that into $20,000. Okay. If I gave you a strip pole and I put you in a strip club, you couldn't even make that in 4 hours. Okay. If I had made you rob a bank, you wouldn't be able to do that. Okay. You want, while broke, to work 4 hours a month and make $20,000 in 30 days. This is what you're expecting. Your expectations are wild. Wild expectations, right?
And guys,
it doesn't happen.
Remember that time when we threatened like the pull freewholesaling.com? You guys freaked out. Means I got bashed for 3 or 4 days.
Oh my gosh.
Like, why don't you start taking some gratitude for what we already give you? Like, remember, nobody else in our industry is going to do this. They're all hiding behind ginormous price tags. And yeah, they got some free stuff. Don't get me wrong. We're the only ones that go all in and go, hey, here it is. And I still get people, oh, it's so hard. I don't know what to do. How do I start? I put it in the freaking domain. It's a $50,000 domain worth. Freewholesaling.com. Go there. But if you don't want to do the work, here's the funny thing is, guys, I can go in there and look exactly how many videos you watched, how many PDFs you've downloaded. I'm not even going to share the stats with you. Most people are just, it's there. I'll just do it when I want. Or I'll go on a live stream. I'll just ask a question. It's easier than going through the coursework. I'm just telling you guys, everybody has an option. Me and Zach are the only ones to give you an option from broke to becoming a millionaire. But everybody wants to tell you to start wholesaling. You got to do this. You got to come up with 5 or 10 grand. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure you can have success with that, but most of us don't have I didn't have it when I started. I had to figure it out all on my own. And then when I got some money, I had people take a ton of money and I found out it was crap. And I'm not saying everything's crap out there, but like, you have got to take your own accountability on this. And if you can't do it by giving your time and going through freewholesaling.com, I guarantee if anybody I could pull up any complainer on here, I will go in your freewholesaling.com account in school and I'll see how much time you put in there. Oh, no, I'll do anything, Rick. I'll do it. You can't spend 20, 30 hours just going through the videos and the training. Is it just too exhausting? I don't understand.
Well, let's look at this. So what we did was we made a software, again, we've talked about it. We made xleads.com, right? And when I made xleads.com, people started attacking me. Oh, so you're telling me I have to pay to have a good tool? No, I said, no. I said, no. I said, here, do this. This is $0. Here are all the tools you need for $0.
Yeah.
And guess what happened? And then I gave everyone digital bandit signs. I gave them my EOG system, which was free, email blasting for free. I showed them how to drive for dollars, reverse drive for dollars. And guess what happened when I did that? Guess what happened? Most people didn't do zilch with that. Zilch, nothing. I will literally give you free tools and you know why? Because they didn't want to put the time in to do it. I got legit 18-year-old kids telling me they have no time. They're so busy, graduated high school, not in college, just doing nothing all day. And I look on their phones and they have 6 hours of screen time and they say they have no time. It's absolutely absurd. So again, I want everyone to understand this, okay? If you have no money and you have time, your only option is to cold call, digital bandit signs, EOG. I'm just letting you know, there's a path here. I have clearly laid out a path. So let me tell you what the path used to be. The path like 2 weeks ago was this. Pretty simple. You have $0. You go out here and do the free strategies we teach in freewholesaling.com, right?
Yep.
Everything we teach in freewholesaling.com. Let me put that on the screen. Okay. This is what the path used to be. All right. No dollars, you go to freewholesaling.com and then you make $20,000 your first month or second month or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yay. All happy, right? Then you go out here and you get a software like xleads.com so you could start adding more volume to the business. Guess what happens? Then you start doing 2 deals a month. And then you basically scale out, you do the texting, the calling, and you scale out like that, right?
Yeah.
That's what the path used to be. The only thing that's changed is you at $0 can now start just going to joinem2m.com. And then if you want to scale even more, you just go to joinem2m.com. Or if you don't want to go out here and do the free strategies, you have some marketing budget, go to joinem2m. We'll have a personal coach help you out with everything. That's kind of the whole point. That's literally the only thing that's changed here. So just FYI, you don't need to do it. Join M2M. Trust me. We're already capping this thing out at 1,000. So all you got to do, you have no money, go to freewholesaling.com, do the free strategies. But here's the problem. Everyone wants to complain. Oh, I don't like the free strategies. You're broke. You got no excuse.
Guys,
My gosh, I've never heard. I'll tell you this. I've never heard so many excuses from broke people sometimes. Oh, why don't you do your digital bandit signs? Well, I don't know how to do it. I gave you a free course. It's the largest wholesaling course in the country, and you still won't go through it. You know why? Because it's free. Well, you're broke. What other option you got?
Guys, listen, I'm not
crazy.
I've been broke. Everybody's broke, especially in your teens and your 20s. But I'm here to tell you, if you can't dig out of the brokenness in the United States of America, it is a choice. It is not a condition. So as long as you do, the broke victim mentality. Here's how you cure the broke victim mentality. You take a tremendous amount of action and you do what most others won't do. And that's what rewards you from getting out of broke. And guys, I'm here to tell you, if you're in the middle class, you're 1 or 2 paychecks away from being broke. I'm talking about getting all the way out. I know people that make $150,000, $200,000 a year. They're broke. You know why? Because they don't want to be free. They want to buy everything, to feel everything, to keep up with the Joneses. And if you can learn these strategies I don't care how old you are. I didn't figure this out till I was 33. Why? Because I tried everything else everyone wanted my life to be,
Yep.
and it sucked. And I know a lot of you guys resonate with it. But you are going to have to do what none of your friends, none of your family, or all these people that are broke don't want to do. You want to be ordinary? Go do the 9 to 5 thing. Go to Chick-fil-A, do whatever you want. But it is your choice. You chose to do it. Or you can use strategies like that to dig yourself out of that broke hole. It's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to do a tremendous amount of time. Guess what? You might have to get 6 hours of sleep opposed to 8. Some of you are so beautiful, you don't need it anyways. I need it. But the reality is, I'm here to tell you, I've been poor and I've been rich. And as Jordan Belfort says, I know which one's a heck of a lot better. You can't buy happiness. You will never be able to buy happiness. But being broke is an absolute choice. It is a superpower if you're broke and you learn how to make money, because number one, you appreciate it more. And number two, I believe that whatever type of person you are, money will just magnify it. So if you're not nice, it's not good. But if you're a good person, you can help a lot of people out. And you need to start with yourself. Worry about yourself. Take that oxygen mask like on an airplane and put it on you and give time to the business. And then once you get time to breathe, meaning you can pay your bills without debt collectors pounding on your door or sending you threatening phone calls, then you can help everybody around you, your wife, your husband, whoever it is. I don't care, man. Like, someone's got to step up at the family and make a difference. And unfortunately, I waited till 33. I was fortunate enough to catch him early to do it. And if I can catch anybody on this live stream, I'm just telling you, broke is not a condition. It is a temporary status. The question is, do you want to make it permanent? Because I watch broke people go into the middle class. It's the same thing. They're miserable. They just don't take care of themselves, and they've thrown it in life. And I find that people that make money, that constantly educate themselves, that really want it, they hit it out of the park. I'm going to share one last figure. This is the absolute truth. It's coming from a guy's 55 years old. The smartest people in the world, there's exceptions. Smart, like high IQ, it will make you more money. It won't make you rich, though. Most smart people work for people that have the most drive and the most energy. You know why? I was willing to fail 1,000 times over in wholesaling just to get that breakthrough. People that are smart, they don't want to ever be at risk. They don't want to fail anything. So they take a thing called a JOB. They get sold a career, they get a 401k, and they wind up working for people like me and Zach. It's just the truth. Is it pretty? No,
Yeah.
I wish I was smarter. I wish I was better looking, but the reality is the people that got the 14, disregard this, plug your ears, 1,400 plus on the SATs, they all go get their regular jobs. How much do you think an average doctor makes outside of a specialized surgeon? It's like 400 grand, 400 or 500 grand. It's not like all that skill set, all that debt they took on. I don't know if that's the smartest play, but they felt that was right. The reality, guys, is I've learned the smartest people outside of like some Elon stuff like that. Most of them take good, safe jobs and they play it safe their entire life. We're wild children in wholesaling. Like, we're willing, but you got to be willing to fail. You got to be willing to be hung up. You got to be willing to lose some sleep. I knocked on doors, for God's sakes. I was so desperate. And I don't mean to kind of rant and rave here, but like, guys, like, wake up. You have freewholesaling.com. It is a gift to you. And how many of you are taking it? I swear I'm going to do a live stream and I'm going to spot check you guys and see how much time, because school tells me exactly how much time you put into it. And part of our M2M program is we're going to remove this, like, lying to yourself. We're going to look in your X Leads account, see how many calls you made, see if you're going through the setup. And I get it. It's hard in the beginning. But the reality is we can eliminate all your excuses by just teaching you to be self-accountable. And after 30 days, you will shock yourself how much you're lying to yourself. Guys, getting that high education and stuff like that is not going to help you in wholesaling. You have to have drive. You have to have a no quit attitude, and you have to run hard. And if you can't do it, get out of the way. There's somebody else that's going to get your seat. It's the truth. We give you from free to being successful, to get 20, 30 deals, to being a millionaire. The question is, where do you want to go? We started out with freewholesaling.com. We haven't changed it. And actually, we made it better. I love this business. The question is, man, most of the time, guys, I'm just going to tell you, you're not showing up, or you try it. Don't try wholesaling. It is the most dangerous thing you can ever do.
I agree.
You have to do it. And let me tell you what, it's like, here's an analogy. It's like getting on a bull without the injury prone, getting sacked in, and you put like one hand up in the air. And you know when that guy's getting ready to open the gate? I'm open the gate. But most of you, the question is, I would hop off the bull personally. I don't care if you gave me a helmet or not, but like, it's going to be a wild ride. And if you can survive that initial thrust and do it, like setting up an extra leads account, if you do that, but guys, you can do everything for free. It's going to take time. Will you lose a little bit of sleep? Oh my God, I got to work a Saturday or Sunday. What am I going to do, dude?
Well, you do it calling yourself. So I'm trying to tell everyone is, if you're absolutely broke, and the way my kind of brain works on this, and again, maybe I'm crazy, but like, again, if you're broke and you work 40 hours a week and you put 20 hours. So the real question is, I'm just giving everyone the thought, if you work a bonus 20 hours a week, right? And you work an extra for 4 weeks, right? That's $80. That's 80 hours at $20 an hour. I mean, that's $1,600. So the real question is, would putting $1,600 in marketing be better than doing 20 hours, right? Doing 20 hours, doing the free methods we have in freewholesaling.com. That's the real question. And by the way, we teach plenty of paid methods in freewholesaling.com. So this is and again, you might want to give me flack on this, but realistically, look what I'm telling you to do. Is it better work 20 hours at a job or 20 hours going out here and doing this? It's up to you. It's really up to you, but I'll also include this too. At $1,600, you could probably get 80 hours of calling. So the real question is it better to work 20 hours in your own wholesaling business, or work a job and have 80 hours of calling? I will tell you this, your VAs calling on a 14-line dialer for 80 hours is going to beat you doing 20 hours by yourself. I'm just being honest with you.
And I get it. You hate your job.
Unless you reverse drive for dollars or call probates yourself personally, but you won't be able, and I'll be honest with you, you can't cold call probates for 20 hours. There's not enough probates. So the real question is, everyone's saying, Zach, what are you telling me not to spend any money? I've never told anyone to spend $0 in marketing. I've said, I will give you the info for free. I will tell you this though. Okay. 20 hours working by yourself doing free methods, or doing 20 hours at a job and then using that extra money towards a $14 VA is just a way better investment.
Yeah, but Zach, I hate my boss I work for. The company, it's so
That's
bad.
fine.
It's like, hey,
it's fine.
Put it in the comments if you don't like where you work, because the statistics are 70% of Americans are not happy where they work, or they want to leave their job in the next 30 days. 7 out of 10. So let's see on this stream. I freaking hated I did the same stupid job for 12 freaking years. I had the worst boss. Like, you've seen some of these horrible bosses, stuff like that. I could have starred in the movie. You have no idea. I survived the 90s working in corporate America. It was horrendous.
But the reason I'm doing this is because I'm finding so many wholesalers that go through freewholesaling.com. They're just like, I'm working 40 hours extra a week after my 40-hour job, and I'm getting nowhere. I'm so frustrated. And then they quit.
Yeah.
I'm like, you could have worked 20 hours overtime and then put that 20 hours just straight up, I'll be honest with you, straight up into a system like this, and you would have way faster success and way more leads.
Yeah, so you're leveraging something at least you know. You don't have to learn it. I know it's boring. I know your boss is an ass, but get that silly. Listen, here's the truth. When I decided to make that change in wholesaling, so I worked 10 hours a day. I was responsible for so much, and I was so excited. I was terrible at it. But the reality, you know what put that silly grin on my face when I met with my boss? Knowing I was just going to fire him as soon as I could get the leverage through wholesaling. Now, it took me 8 months to do it, but every day I come into work just smiling. I'm like, this thing's going to end. And all the extra work I'm going to do. and I'm going to fire you. You're never even going to get the chance to fire me. It was like, honestly, it's one of my greatest moments, obviously outside of getting married and having my children, but there's, that little grin you get with your boss. You're like, dude, like, because they never appreciate you till you leave. And the reality is in corporate America, they're just going to have 10 more people coming behind you. The minute I left corporate America, they threw another guy in there, beat the crap out of him. And then he's calling me. He's like, how did you do all this stuff? I go, you just shut your mouth and suck it up. I used my company to get the leverage for some of the marketing I did. It sucked and I was deep in the hole. But I'm just telling you, sometimes Zach's correct. Taking that path with the current employer you have, use them like they use you, because they are using, we all know they use us. That's how corporate America is made. And wholesaling is not for everyone. But I'm telling you, if you want to do it, if you will go in with the time, and then the time sometimes is putting the time in to your employer to leverage their payment to you, so you can leverage and churn 20 hours of frustration. You're going to quit and lose your money into 80 hours that you can actually leverage with people doing it while you do it. And guys, let's be honest. You go to work 8, 10 hours, whatever it is. How many hours are you really working? Like,
Oh my God.
I walked into the fitness thing during my lunch break today. Every employee's, one's working on a school paper, the other's checking their text. It's like, so and if you have one of those flexible jobs, like remotely or something like that, I'm not telling you to double dip, but I am. Like,
So-
don't get caught.
yeah.
But
So what I'm saying is, they said this too. You make it sound so easy. Okay. So let's say you have a smaller budget. You don't want to throw that budget in. Okay, fine. That's fine. Zay says, I make it sound so easy. All righty. Well, Zay, if you, Zay, let me know, Zay, in the comments. I doubt you're going to comment back. I hope you do, bro. How many hours a week can you put into marketing, and what's your budget? If it's 0, call it 0. I don't care. But how many hours and what's your budget? That's all I need to know. Okay. But what I say sounds easy is easy. Let me tell you if this sounds easy. I want you to call 100. Let's just do a calling. I want you to call 100 probates a week. And I want you to put 100 sticky notes on doors a week. That's all I'm asking. Okay. Does that sound easy, or does that sound difficult? It sounds easy. In reality, most people can't stick to doing that for a month. They can't stick to it. They can't stick to that. So Zay, like, I'm just telling you, bro, go do that then. If you want really good results, go do that. 100 probates a week, 100 sticky notes. But here's the problem. Like, you're going to say this, like, it's you used to make it sound easy. Well, then go do it if it's easy. Here's the thing. We have so many people that said, okay, Zach, that sounds easy. Let me do it. And then they go do it and get rich. The problem is people that say it sounded easy, but it's really hard. No. What was hard was you sticking to it every single day.
mm-hmm.
It's baked into the whole system. What I mean by this is, if you look at Planet Fitness, you look at all these things, right? You know, Planet Fitness goes and charges like $10 a month for the gym. You know why they do that? Because they know 80% of those people
aren't going to show.
Don't show up. You know, all gyms, if all the members decide they're going to work out at 4 p.m., the gym wouldn't.
I think about stuff like that.
No, think about this. Do you know the fire code won't even allow them to do that?
I know.
The capacity in most gyms, maybe 800 people, and they have 6,000 people there. If every single person was in that gym right there,
we should all show up at the same time.
No, it gets shut down. The gym gets shut down. So they assume that you are not going to show up every single day, because here's the thing. These gyms are multi-billion-dollar corporations. They've studied it hard. They know most people can't stick to anything.
Yeah, they got it down to.
It's the business model, okay, that you won't do it. Same exact thing with Zay, which Zay has not given me one comment back. See, again, I'm not going to say my thing, but Zay likes to just drop the bomb and then run away.
We call that grenading.
It's a grenading. Pulls the pin, then runs away.
Walk out the door.
Like, you just can't. Here's the thing, Zay. The one thing in my life that I will never allow anybody to do is make an excuse. I don't allow that in my life. So again, people love giving me excuses. What are the top excuses that I get from wholesalers? This is pretty easy. The top excuses I get from wholesalers, like Zay's saying, and by the way, this is a weird excuse. You make it sound, if it's so easy, then go do it, bro. But the number one excuses I get in wholesaling, and let's just go down the excuse train. help me out with it. Tell me what you think the top excuses are. But first excuse is, Zach, I can't buy your course. I have no money. Well, I don't have a course. You can just go to freewholesaling.com, right? Let me just tell you all the excuses. I have no money. Well, go to freewholesaling.com. Okay. Well, I have no time. Okay. I have a 100% success rate at this. I know some person might prove me wrong, but I have a 100% success rate on when someone says they have no time. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Just show me the screen time on your phone. Show me how many hours a day you spend on TikTok. Everyone ghosts me after I do that. You know why? Because it's not a real excuse that you have no time. You know why? You actually do have the time. You just got to be off your dang phone. Right?
You got to make a priority.
Okay. Well, this business is, my favorite one is, this business is a scam. This business is a scam. That's my favorite one. You know why? You know why my favorite one's a scam? It's like, okay, well, let's play this little game. Who in the comments here who closed a wholesale deal this year? Let's go in the comments. Let's see in here who has closed a wholesale deal this year. Now, I'm just going to pick DeAndre out, but DeAndre said my actual excuse was I didn't think wholesaling was real. You know DeAndre's closed deals? Guess what happens? You can literally DM DeAndre and say, DeAndre, you're a bot. Okay? There's not real people that actually think Drake's a cool guy. DeAndre's a fake bot. He is AI. He's not real. I bet DeAndre, if you pressed him, he would show you a check of a real wholesale deal he did with a real legitimate title company, right? He would do that. I'll do that. Anybody in here will do it. Jessica Gomez, she's in freewholesaling.com. I guarantee if you DM her, she can prove that she did a wholesale deal. So the excuse that, wholesaling is not real. How many checks have I shown on this YouTube channel over the past 6 or 7 years? You and I, right?
Yeah. I mean, we
guys,
do it every day.
And so what I'm trying to tell you is the excuse that wholesaling is a scam. We use lawyers and title companies. This is hilarious, right?
It's black and white.
So, okay. So again, no money, no excuse. So I have no money, no time, and it's a scam. Okay. Well, then the next excuse I get is, well, it's they talk about how difficult and hard wholesaling is. It's a blue collar job. Okay. Well, just go to X Leads, right? And you can go out here and pull a list. You don't have to do government. You can pull a list and do the AI SMS. You can use our dialer. You can do all that stuff, the lead automation, the CRM. So now wholesaling is not hard. Yeah. We made X Leads because of that. Now, the last excuse that I couldn't answer was, Zach, just hold my hand. No, it's basically just, Zach, can you do a personal one-on-one with me? And the answer is still, I make a lot of money, so I don't do one-on-ones with people. That'd be too expensive. But guess what? How about you do a personal one-on-one with, you ready for this? 7-figure wholesalers, 2 7-figure wholesalers.
Yeah.
And I'll personally be in a group coaching setting with you. One-on-one coaching. That was always the last thing people have been asking me for. Now you just go to joinm2m.com. Right? And then the other excuse is basically, I want you to give me a 100% chance that I'll get a deal. Well, we'll do it where you give your money back if you don't get a deal in 90 days. So literally, all I've been doing for the past 7 years is just eliminating excuses people give to me. Zach, I have no money. You go to freewholesaling.com. Zach, I have no time. Give me your screen time. Not one person's proved me wrong on that. Zach, wholesaling's a scam. We use lawyers. Look at all the checks. Zach, wholesaling's hard. Go to X Leads. Make it easy. I want one-on-one coaching. Go to joinm2m.com. And so my real question is, what other excuse is there? Because someone said it seems too easy. Is that something an excuse, or just do it then?
If it seems to, I could do an entire show on the word easy, simple. You can do it. These are all just code words for people. And I don't listen, just because something's simplistic doesn't mean it's gonna require a tremendous amount of effort. Me and Zach are probably the only two in wholesaling that we hit you up front with it. See, most of you buy a course, whatever you spend on it, under the premise it's going to be so easy. I'm gonna sip Mai Tais on the beach, and I'm just going to click a computer screen, and everyone's going to do everything me. That is the problem in the business. So when we tell you if it's simple, it's easy, it doesn't mean it excuses the hard work. And I think that's where a lot of people go, I just thought it'd be, I always hear, I thought it was going to be a lot easier. It's a lot. It's not complicated. I already told you, I'm not the smartest guy, but if you put in the work, the time, and you put in the hustle, you can compensate for whatever God didn't give you up here. Like I have a limited capacity with ADHD and I know it, but I will outwork and I will outsmoke most people because I'm laser focused when I do something. Wholesaling hit me at the perfect time in life. I don't know why God dropped it, but it worked. I never worked well for people. And I know a lot of you feel the same thing. It's like an internal struggle. Now, I'm going to tell you, some of you go, oh, I can't wait to be the boss. It sucks being the boss in the beginning because you have to do everything. You're everything. And you have to be resourceful and figure out the answers. But most of you have to go, I'm broke. It's like a label.
Yeah.
Like, thank God when I went through school, nobody diagnosed me with ADHD because I don't know what my mother would have done. I don't know how my teachers would have treated me. They just ignored it. Go, he's hyperactive. And like sometimes he's amazing in school and sometimes he won't pay attention. He falls asleep in the back. And we all learn differently. We're always like, we're in a society where we just want to label everybody. We want to give them a pill. We want to fix them. Sometimes you just got to go within yourself and go, okay, I got to just step up. I got to do this. I know it's not going to be the easiest thing. And here's the crazy part. You're going to get really uncomfortable. And human nature is the minute you get uncomfortable, you seek comfort. Most of you have never been pressed your entire life. And I don't want to put hard times on you, but you are going to have hard times with or without money. Money and wholesaling will give you options to solve stuff. Need to take care of a ailing parent? You can't do it if you're working 60 hours a week and you have no money and you're in over your head because you got a BMW, a Mercedes parked up front, and a mortgage you can't afford. If I can catch you and stop you now, I can change your life. But you're going to have to make a sacrifice. Some of you guys want it, but you have not accepted, I'm going to make the sacrifice for wholesaling. And the kind of the point we're driving home here. And it's like, you guys sit here, you could cook me and Zach all day long. It's like just look at your comments and take accountability for the comments. Have you gone into school? Have you connected? Do you have like a peer group in there? Even in the free section, get someone to help lift you up and hold you. Me and Zach go in there all the time. It's random, but like, I just get rid of the negative posts. Why? Because you're not helping anybody out. So let me ask you this before we end the stream. When you're around people, let's start with this evening. Do you contribute to them or do you take away from them? And why don't you take that same mentality, look at it with your family and friends and go with wholesaling. Do I contribute to the energy in wholesaling or am I the person who goes, well, it's so hard. I can't do it. You make it look so easy. You know what easy looks like? 23 years. 23 years. And I make it look easy? Dude, my journey was brutal, man. His was no easier. And
No.
why do you think you're going to get it any different than me and Zach? Like, buckle up. You want to get on that? You want to get on that Bronco? You want to get on that bull? Just if you would prepare for it, like you got on like you were going on a bull ride. We all admit, who would not freak out if you put on the back of what, a 2,000-pound bull with sharp horns that's going to buck you wild? And then they go, oh, you got to hold on with one hand.
Oh boy.
Like, but some of you come into wholesaling like it's like a Disney ride. It's like, hey, there's no I don't even know what the Disney characters anymore because I don't pay attention to them. Don't be dopey. Don't be sleepy. What are the other ones? I don't even know. I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm just telling you, this is no Disney ride. But I promise you, hold on. You can own a lot of stock in Disney and stuff like that because you have options. Don't buy that stock. But I'm here to tell you guys, it's all in your power. You have to make a decision. You make the decision. Me and Zach don't. You got 168 hours in a week. We have given you a clear game plan how you can leverage your current employer to actually get a better outcome than just going all in and trying to do everything yourself. And if you're one of these people who try to do everything yourself, you're going to have to learn and go, okay, I am not a cold caller. I don't hide it from any of you. I hate cold calling. It was never I hate when people cold call me. I'm just brutally honest about it. But I took a harder route than cold calling like an idiot. I did the harder things. Let me ask you, would you rather door knock or cold call? I was fool enough to think I wanted the door knock. So it's more efficient, it's faster, and you'll get a lot more leads out of it. And it is the first progression before you start, in my opinion, if you're going to do PPL, because if you do exclusive leads, $200 to $300 on average per lead. And I mean, honestly, they're not, you're going to have to go through some volume to make that work. So we're just trying to give you options. Make sure you go in your freewholesaling.com in your school group and just go, my God, these guys give everything. I owe it back to them. And that's it. Treat it like you paid for it. And maybe you look at it differently. It's so funny how people look at like paid versus free. Sometimes, remember, money's just a number. That's all it is. Why is one car 300 grand and the other one's 10 grand? It's the value you place on it. If you'll start putting the value on wholesaling and take it, if you're broke, cure it. You know how you cure it? Put in the work. But if you're going to take the victim and you want to wear a shirt, I'm broke, you're going to be broke for the rest of your life. Even if you get in the middle class is 1 or 2 paychecks away from being broke. Actually, they have more debt than most of other people. I would say broke people are probably better off because they haven't made these huge financial commitments. If you guys think owning a home's an investment, like you're subscribing to what society tells you to do. You can make a hell of a lot more money in wholesaling. What you buy in your house, just have a place that you want to live with your family that will meet your current needs, and go out and make extra money. If you want a nicer, bigger house, have wholesaling pay for it. You've got to make a choice. Broke is a temporary status. The question is, are you going to market permanent? It is in your power. I stayed in that mindset till I was 33, and I woke up. I snapped out of the matrix. And, we talk about this all the time. You just got to understand how this works going forward. It is a choice. Some of us are stuck in a broke. It is a temporary situation. Think about when you get sick. Do you ever get like a bad cold? So I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. It's like, and I know men are 10 times worse. It's temporary. Do what you got to do to get through it and get out of it so you can get to more productive days. 2 years, guys. I know that sounds like a lot. Some of you will do it in 6 months, but if you will give it, I don't care what your skill set is. I don't care how much sales skills you have, because it doesn't matter. I don't care your financial stature. We just give you options. The choice is yours. Either stay in that temporary broke status. You have the ability to change it. If you're in the United States, it's 100% in your control. I don't care what you tell me. I will prove you otherwise. Anybody wants to challenge me on it.
There we go. Exactly. We got another excuse, which I thought was actually kind of hilarious. Yasmin said, guys, I'm not trying to make an excuse. That sounds like an excuse. Basically, I'm 49 and I have a hard time trying to figure out how to work AI. Well, that sounds like an excuse, so let me eliminate it. Ready for this? So that sounds like wholesaling being hard, right? So what is the answer to that? Well, first and foremost, we have a 2-hour every single day. We'll do live onboardings.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? We have this little button right here. Yeah. You press this, you will get a live chat. And you ready for this one? It's even better. On X Leads, on the live chat, you can request a live Zoom. Can I schedule a Zoom with somebody on the X Leads team to go help me with my problems? And guess what? We do 24-hour Zooms now.
But listen, they don't help you with your complaints and whining. Like if you go, hey, how do I do an automation for an SMS? I tried this. I can't get this work. Here's my screenshot. Boom. Problem gets solved. If you go in there and go, I don't know how to do X Leads, and can you do it for me? No, you need a consultant to do that. Start with the onboarding, go to the X Leads YouTube channel, tune in the thousands of videos me and Zach have, and get active in the community. Go in the groups, make comments, find other people. There's so many people that are so good at X Leads because it's been out a year now, and now they're training a lot of the new people coming in. And I'm telling you, you're gonna have to do a little bit of work. AI, I told him it's crazy when it came out. And look at me now. And I'm even playing catch up. So it's up to you guys. I'm telling you, if AI, you've just embrace it because it ain't going anywhere. It's going to take more and more root and more control across the world. And it's up to you. But if you call help, if you give an excuse, they can't help you. Like they're not the excuse solvers. You have to resolve it. It's up to you. Remember, being broke, I don't care if you're 49, you're 70, or you're 15, 16. It's a temporary status. You guys see it all the time. So someone went from broke to a millionaire type of deal. I'm just telling you, you can get out of anything you want if you're in the United States. Hands down, you have the exact same opportunity. Some of your brokenness, when you get older, it's decisions you make. So we got to kind of go, the decision I make today is going to dictate my outcome tomorrow and the rest of my life. So just put a stop point and make changes. If you're living outside your means, cut it down. There's so much opportunity. You all know it. Take advantage of it. Take wholesaling seriously, because at the end of the day, it is going to be up to you. It's not up to me and Zach. And if you want to get out of that broke status, make a decision. And by not making a decision, you make a decision. Keep in mind, we help out everybody. And I want to help everybody out that's on this live stream.
Exactly. So again, shout out to everyone. Brianna says, I'll show a check. I've done deals, doing deals. Shout out to Nina. Closed the deal yesterday. Kevin. Boom, boom, boom. All these people out here doing deals. Shout out to everyone on here. I'm telling you guys, make moves or make excuses. If you want to learn how to wholesale real estate absolutely for free, guys, go to freewholesaling.com. We'll teach you everything you need to learn wholesaling real estate absolutely for free. And you can, all the info in there, even if you have no money. We helped Daniel from Africa. He was getting paid $2,000 a year, $200 a month. That's his salary. Made $5,000.
Never made an excuse.
Never made an excuse. He had no money though, but I showed him. And he's like, you know what? That sounds like it sucks, but I'm going to do it.
Yep.
And he made 2 years salary basically in a year. So guys, got any value from this video? Do me a favor. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out.